Back in 2014, 2015, I was perusing Google like sea smoke looking for a dragon rider. And I swear to God, at least once a week, I would Google the Winds of Winter update. Like a little kid running down to the Christmas tree on Christmas Day, hoping that they got the number one, two, three, four, and five item on their Christmas wish list. It was always the same old jargon spewed over and over and over again, which would then just leapfrog into the next week. There was never any update. What a summer child I was, because we fast forward now 10 years later, and I feel like it's always the same thing here as we close out the year where George typically puts out a blog post or gives an interview that he's made progress on the Winds of Winter this year. Not as much as he'd like, but progress, and maybe the light at the end of the tunnel is approaching us. George has been all over the media outlets over the past couple months, and he was there yet again about a week ago, like a kid that just can't stop going to the principal's office and getting detention. He gave an interview with the Hollywood Reporter where naturally the question of the Winds of Winter was brought up to him, and he said that he may not complete it. That true, George? He might not complete it? George was lamenting on the fact that basically one day he just woke up and it was 13 years later, and just like everyone else, he was wondering what the hell happened. So I wanted to go straight to the source myself and read the actual article and see if there was any other context available that could shed some light onto these crazy headlines that media outlets were running with. More buck wild than Vagar after Eamon's been slighted at the dinner table. So whenever you go here and you do read it, it does in fact say that, maybe they're right. I don't know. I'm alive right now and I seem pretty vital. Now, again, he's lamenting that how quickly time has passed from 2011 when the Dance with Dragons came out all the way to now 2024, almost 2025. And The Winds of Winter is not out yet. Okay. All of a sudden, he just woke up one day and it's just like, holy shit, 13 years later, here we are. And that book's not out yet. The funny thing about it is that when I do read this, I think that this is more like 85, 90% tongue in cheek, a little snarky, maybe George ribbing us a little bit, just sticking us with the pointy end. 76 years old, sick and tired of hearing people would just badger him all the time. When's the book coming out? When's the book coming out? People, as he say, writing his obituary for him, asking him, hey, whenever you die, is someone else going to finish it for you? That has to get taxing and get very old. And I read this for the vast majority of this seems to me like it's tongue in cheek. Having said that,
You know what else is kind of annoying? Have you noticed people are saying, having said that, after everything they say now?
Yes.
Having said that,
Yes.
let me say this.
Right. You say what you really want to say.
Yeah.
And then you negate it.
we've never actually heard the man say anything like that before, at least nothing that I can think of. I can never remember hearing him say, even slightly joking, yeah, you know what? Maybe I won't finish it. So again, that's why I give it like an 85, 90%. Like, forget about it. Who cares? It's not a big deal. I don't put a lot of stock into that. It does put like a little bit of doubt into the back of my head, though. Again, he could completely just be saying that to just stick it to us. Hey guys, shut up. Leave me alone. I'm 76 years old. Please stop. But again, I mean, as each year passes, you do have to wonder. I mean, really, again, 1996 to 2000, he knocked out Game of Thrones, Clash of Kings, Storm of Swords. In 2005, Feast for Crows came out. 2011, Dance with the Dragons. It's been 13 years, and we still have no idea how much closer we are to actually seeing the Winds of Winter. Forget about A Dream of Spring. Like, let's completely forget about that. I do have to say that if I'm putting money on it, I do think that we will get the Winds of Winter from George R. R. Martin. I do. Again, if you go, I don't even know if you go to his website anymore. Does he still have the sample chapters up of Sansa up in the Vale? We've seen like Ariane Martell. There's sample chapters again, year after year. That's to take him at his word that, hey, I've made progress this year, just not as much as I would have liked. I think that we'll get it from him. I do think we'll get Winds of Winter, and this is just based on it's been this long, and he has to be motivated to finish it. I would think, more motivated than we could even fathom. Right? I think sometimes we're so greedy. Like, do you not think that he doesn't want to finish it? Like, you don't think he thinks about that? I mean, he said in there, like, you could kind of just feel like like how sad he was about it. Like, before you know it, you wake up and it's been 13 years later and that book's not come out yet. Like, that has to eat him up. It really does. So I think with motivation plus, again, 13 years working on it, again, I mean, this is just complete guesswork for me. I think we'll get the Winds of Winter from him. Dream of Spring, absolutely not. Again, there's just no reason there for us to believe that we would see a Dream of Spring from him. It even says in that article there, if you read it from the Hollywood Reporter, that if he goes and he releases the Winds of Winter now and takes the same gap that he took between 5 and 6 that he does between 6 and 7, he'll be 89 when A Dream of Spring comes out. And again, that's just you can't bet on something like that. Again, it's just not logical, unfortunately. But that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. Again, this was a little over a week ago at this point. I'm way late to the party. I got a new setup. I got a new computer finally here, and I was just waiting for all that to come in because, like I've said before, my other computer was absolutely on its deathbed. It was ready to take the black, and then it was traveling up to the Night's Watch there, and it actually just passed out and died on the King's Road. That's how bad it was for my former computer. So now its watch has ended, but we got sunnier vistas here ahead of us. But again, I just wanted to make this video. Again, I saw that article, and it for the most part, I laughed at it. I was like, he's just ribbing us. It's not a big deal, but again, it made me feel like there was just a teeny tiny little bit of doubt there, like 10 or 15%. So, wanted to talk about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about George's comments. What do you guys think? You think we'll get Winds of Winter from him? Do you think we'll get Dream of Spring? Can't imagine there's many takers on that, but hey, appreciate you guys watching. Drop me a like if you liked it. Please comment. Hope everybody's doing well. Talk to you soon. See ya.